Welcome to this lesson on applying percents. Today we're going to talk about how to use what we learned about finding the percent, the part, or the whole, and actually applying that to real life scenarios. So here we have some vocabulary terms that you don't have to put in your vocabulary notebook, but you have to understand how they get applied to our totals. So when you talk about sales tax is a percentage of what you purchase that gets added on to your bill or to your total, and then that goes to the state or to various other things. So we have the sales tax, and that gets added on to your total. Then you have the discount. So when they talk about 25% off or 10% discount, that's being taken away. So you're taking that percentage off of your original price. A tip, the tip is what you leave when you are receiving a service. So it's not just, we think a lot about restaurants, but you also have to think about if you get your nails done, your hair done. I know some people, they tip, if you get your dog groomed, some people tip for that. So things of that nature when you're getting a service done. So the tip gets added on to whatever the cost was. And then commission. This is the one that students really have a tough time with. Commission is a percent of the amount of your sales. So commission comes into play when you're talking about somebody who works in sales. So we typically talk about car salesmen, but you can also be in sales if you work at somewhere. I mean, you can think about the show The Office, and you have the people who worked in sales, and whatever they sold, they earned a percentage of that back in their paycheck. Okay, so you have sales in a lot of different companies. Think about maybe Apple. So if there's people in Apple who are in sales and they try to market and sell their stuff, and then when they sell it, they get a commission, so they get a percentage of whatever they sold added to their paycheck. Right? So commission gets added on as well. We will talk more about these as we go. All right, so the whole process and everything is the same. It's just there's an extra step at the end, and understanding what you're talking about is going to help you determine if you're going to add or subtract. So our first example, we have Kohl's, and they're having a 10% off sale. Michelle wants to buy a sweater that was $19.95. And we should say not was, is $19.95. How much is the sale price going to be? All right, so we want to look for important information and some of the key words. Well, we know 10% is important. The word off is important. $19.95 is going to be important. Okay, off implies to us that it's a discount. And we know that that gets subtracted or taken off of our total. Right? So here, our original price, and I'm actually going to put a white box in here so we have some, or a, not that. There we go, so we have some space to write where you can see it. So you have to, again, identify your percentage, your total, your whole, or your part. So total and whole are kind of the same thing. So when we talk about total, we're talking about like your total bill or your whole bill. So your percent in this case is 10. Your whole or your total is going to be the original price of the sweater. And the original price is $19.95. And then your part is going to be your discount. So you know you get a 10% discount, but you want to know what that is in dollars. You want to know what that is for money. So your discount is your part, and that's what you're looking for. All right, so I'm going to solve using a proportion. So I know that it is 10 over 100 is equal to my part, which I don't know, over my total or my whole, which is $19.95. So I'm going to multiply, and I know that 10 times $19.95 is equal to 100 times X. Here I get $199.05 or 50 cents is equal to 100x. I divide both sides by 100. And when I do that, I get that $1 and what would look like $1.995 equals X. Well, I know that that's not going to work. So what I do here is I'm going to just, typically what a store would do is just say, okay, your discount is $1.99. So what we're going to do is we are just going to work on our rounding skills and say that this would round up to $2 because we have to round to the hundredths place. The 5 tells the 9 to go up to a 10, so this turns into a 10, carry the 1. This turns into a 10, carry the 1, turns into a 2. So X is equal to $2. So now our discount is $2. But it didn't ask us for the discount, it asked us for the sale price. So the sale price is going to be my original cost minus my discount, and that is going to give me my sale price. And of course, in order to subtract, we have to subtract apples from apples, and since my original price is in dollars, I had to find my discount in dollars, so I changed it from a percent to dollars and found out that it was $2. So my sale price is then going to be $17.95. Okay, example 2. Laura earns a $1,830 salary each month and earns a 25% commission on her total monthly sales. If her sales total is currently at $45,450, what is the least amount of money she will earn this month? Okay, well, it is important to know her salary and that it's a salary. It is important to know that it's a 25% commission, and we can even put here that that means it gets added on. And we need to know that her sales is $45,450. And what is she going to earn? So the question, obviously, we need to highlight. We're saying what is the least amount of money she'll earn, because this tells me that the month isn't over, so she could make more sales and earn more money. That would be nice. Okay, so again, we said commission is a percent of your sales. And commission, whatever the commission is, and I always miss one of the letters, gets added to your salary to give you your total earnings. Now, this is interesting because this is your salary, but that doesn't come into play until later on. Your commission is a percent of your sale. So you're finding a percent. So in this case, we have to find a percent of her sales. So for commission, find a percent of her sales. In this case, it's 25% of her sales, which is why we underlined it, which was $45,450. $45,450. Okay, and this time I'm going to do it as an equation just to kind of change it up, so I know I can take 25% and change it to 25 hundredths and multiply it by 45,450. Okay, because the commission is our part, the sales are my whole, and obviously 25 is my percent. So when I do this, I can use a calculator for now and do 25 hundredths times 45,450, and I get $11,362.50. Okay, so this is my commission. Actually, I would like to trying to find a way to just change that one color, but maybe I'll just do this. commission is everything in pink. Okay, and then my salary, actually, you can just change the color of the word salary. That'll be less crazy for you. So my salary, I'm going to do in this beautiful green, is $1,830. No math there, I already know it. So I have to take my commission, which is $11,362.50, and I'm adding that to my salary, not to my sales. I add it to my salary, which is $1,830, and that is going to give me my total earned. So I can do 0 plus 2 is 2, 3 plus 6 is 9, 8 plus 3 is 11, so carry the 1, 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. So for the month, Laura will make $13, maybe I have to include the 50 cents, she will make $13,192.50. Okay, again, you find the percent of the sales and then add that to the salary. This is the only one that's different like that. Okay, and we were looking for the total earned. We weren't just looking for the commission. So you also have to look at what the question is asking you for. Sometimes you'll have to add or subtract it, and sometimes you won't. If it just asked us for the commission, we could have stopped at $11,362.50. So I believe that I left you with these 3 problems to do on your own. And I just want to double check and make sure that was the case. Yes, so I want you to try to do these 3 problems on your own. Make sure that if you have any questions, you're writing them down or emailing me, so that way we can go over them in class. And also make sure, remember, these are the you tries. All I ask is that you try them. Okay, so come back with these completed to the best of your ability, even if they're incorrect, so we can go over them in class.